Hey, what's happening, everybody? I am Pruitt, and welcome to Everyday People Doing Everyday Shit here on the YouTube live stream or whatever podcast app you use and enjoy. Hope y'all are doing well. I am unbelievable as always, sitting here with the one, the only, y'all know her as Queen Pruitt, sitting right there. How do you be, dear?
I forgot something, but I'll have it at intermission. Really?
What did you forget?
I'll get it at intermission. Don't worry about it.
Well, okay then. Thank you for that, ma'am. Man, oh boy. Hope y'all doing all right. I'm not sure. It looks like YouTube has a little delay going as far as what I see going out to everybody versus what I see in my recorder right here. Not sure why, but audio looks good to me.
Do you have to reboot
Audio
it?
sounds good to me. No, I think it's just YouTube being YouTube. It's probably because they run ads.
Oh.
They do run some pre-roll ads. So that might be why there's a little bit of a delay. But I do see people popping in. Thank y'all for being here in the YouTube live stream. Since you're here in the YouTube live stream, do me a favor and go ahead and hit the thumbs up button, also known as the like button, right there next to the subscribe button on your screen. That gives us a bit of a boost and help and all of that good old algorithmic stuff. To help spread the word about the show. Yeah, this thing is way behind. It's like damn near a minute behind or a minute and a half behind. But thank you for doing that for us. Appreciate that. And if you feel like hitting the share button to tell other folks on your social media platform that we're here live too, go ahead and do that. I'd appreciate it. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and take a look and see what's all the ruckus going on here. There's this rumbling. Because we are true professionals here. You know, there's what the heck is going on?
Man, you see the ball, he wants to play.
And you just keep encouraging him.
I mean, because he's over here scratching on my leg.
Why are you going to yell
Let
in my
him
ear?
come over there.
So why are you going to yell in my ear like
I'm
that?
just talking. You need to turn the mic down.
No, that was...
Either I'm not loud enough or I'm loud. I'm too loud. Yeah.
What's been going on with you?
He chilling now. He heard you.
What's been going on with you?
Dude.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Dude.
That's it? That's what's been going on with you?
There's so much. I don't even know where to start.
Okay. Well, I have an idea where to start. There's a couple things in my brain. Yes, I had some show topic-ish type things that I wanted to go over that I've put in our Slack channel. Let me mute my phone because I just heard it beep. And but before we do that, I want to give a quick shout out to Laretta Houston. Laretta Houston is a amazing photographer. I interviewed her about 2 years ago on my photography show at Pruitt, and she and we've been connected ever since. She's been just genuine and as real as they come. You know, even though she's pretty big time, her and there's some other photographers too that I could literally just message them and say, hey, can we chat? And they'd pick up the phone. But yesterday she reached out because she was like, hey, you okay? You've been on my brain kind of thing, just to do a checkup. And I appreciated that. That goes a long way. And folks, I got to tell you, if you're ever in a moment where you find yourself just thinking about somebody just pops in your head, don't be afraid to reach out and just check up. You know, you know, a lot of people in this social media spaces, they'll say, sending an I'm okay message or are you okay message, just whatever it takes. Send a text, pick up the phone, call, whatever. Just check it. You know, if it's on your heart, do so. Hey, Biscuit, how about you leave the ball alone? Nobody really wants to hear all of that rustling and scratching around
Just
and stuff,
go to
dude.
sleep or just play with it right here.
Great googly moogly.
No.
Hey, stop, dude. Anyway, but Laretta Houston, check her out. LarettaHouston.com. I'll put a link to her website in the show description and in the show notes and so forth. But I appreciate her just chatting and just keeping everything real with this. I'm not going to go into everything that she discussed, but it was nice to hear from her.
I get some of those messages from someone I don't really know other than just social media or medium through you. Leanna?
Yeah, Liana.
Yes.
Liana Lehua?
No.
Our friend Liana?
No.
Oh, I think I know you're talking about Leanne.
Yes.
Leanne, yeah, her and oh crap, now I done blanked out on her husband's name. They're cool people, man, and they'll just
send
out and about roaming the world in their RV, nerding it out.
A really funny like tap 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 tap. Are you okay? You okay? Just thinking about you, and it just comes at the the best times.
Yeah.
Like that, it really means a lot because we don't know each other. We've never met.
Right. That's the thing.
You know,
it's all been online connection, online acquaintances. And,
that care enough to even, think about us and say, how did the move go? And how is everything? Like, just lifing.
Yeah. We are just lifing.
I mean, that word, it started, and it's ever since I heard it, I have doing nothing but hearing it. Yeah. Life is lifing. I used to hear
lifing or adulting?
No, life. We're lifing. I'm lifing. Yeah. How you doing? I'm lifing. That's literally what it is, because all of it is life. Yeah. Living is a part. Death is a part of living. Yeah. We're lifing. Yeah. Bills, life.
It's the reality.
Food, life. Car, life. Yeah. All of it is just it's just mind blowing sometimes, this thing called life.
I agree. But yeah, I wanted to get that out of the way and thank y'all. And again, if it's ever on your heart, feel free to do so with someone because you never know how it may affect the person you're reaching out to. Mm-hmm. Heck, in some instances, hate going this far on this spectrum, but some instances it saves lives. Mm-hmm.
It's the truth.
Sometimes it'll save someone's life. Mm-hmm. So
one of my friends reached out to me today. I hadn't talked to her in a while, and she said, I was just want to check on all things Phoebes. It came to my mind. Let me call and check on all things Phoebes. And she sent me a message, and I was like, I really needed to hear from someone. Yeah. It really does make a difference. Just being able to talk to other women. Yep.
Indeed. All right. So let's go ahead and hop into some discussion points that I had on my brain. So let me pop over here to this other screen. And this one hit my heart because it made me think about the school systems and what our kids are dealing with this day and age from an education standpoint versus the stuff that we dealt with, the things that we were required to learn and versus what they have no clue about. Yeah. And stuff like that. So let me see. Can I share my screen here? So let's hit that button to share the screen. It is there. There we go. So this right here, I'll get rid of that little icon thing there. This right here says, from the Detroit Free Press, flood damaged Mustangs are a nightmare for Ford, but make wishes come true for schools. And what they're talking about is, yes, these cars are expensive sports cars. They had flood damage and whatnot. And a lot of times they end up going to scrap. They end up going to they get written off as totaled by the insurance companies and things like that. And it's just a no-win for them, essentially. But what these Metro Detroit dealerships decided to do was to donate them to the local high schools. And the reason that is significant is because they're trying to help further the education of the kids in there that are trying to get into different trades, be it, it's not even, you can't even really call them auto mechanics anymore. They're auto technicians now because computers got so many cars got so many daggone computers in them now.
You got to know how to work the computers.
Right. So they donated these in an effort to help just boost the opportunity to learn and grasp this stuff. Because let's face it, not all kids are wanting to be computer programmers.
Right.
You know, when you and I were in high school and getting ready to go into that next phase, I can't speak for you, but definitely for me, the talk was computers.
Yeah. Engineer, computer, doctor, computer. You need to know the inside, the outside, know how to build them, take them apart, computers.
Yeah.
And engineering is part of that too.
And they were yelling that to everybody, literally everybody, as if everybody gave a shit. You know what I'm saying? Do you think some of my crazy ass cousins gave a shit about computers?
Just not just cousins, just anybody.
You know, it's just it's not for everybody,
because everybody didn't have them. So that's one of the reasons why we didn't really care about them. Like, we don't have one of them. Why we need to learn how to work one? We don't have one. And the only time we get to use them is when we're at school.
When we was at school, right?
That's it. And that's when they were supposed to be teaching us how to use them.
Exactly. Yeah, but I remember that being a big push. And then it turned into, you need to be a coder, not just knowing what makes a computer what it is, as far as processor, hard drives, and all of that stuff. Then it turned into, you need to know how to write code. You need to be a programmer. Mm-hmm. And then it just sort of went away. It just
did it though.
It just sort of died. I shouldn't say went away. It definitely died down, and it turned more into, you need to know how to do Photoshop. You need to know how to do this app. You need to know how to do that app. Yeah. And all kinds of, it went away from code and just sort of went into more of a specialized app, one way or another. And people just sort of forgot about going to HVAC school, going to plumbing school.
Yeah. Even now, still people don't, this generation, I don't think like to get their hands dirty like that.
Right.
Not too many, because they want to, it's going to get their computer dirty. If they out getting their hands dirty, they're going to bring all of that dirt back in on the computer. And you can't have both all the time.
This is true. John Helm in the chat. Hey, lovely folks.
Hello.
What's up, brother? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. But yeah, you're 100% right. Most of the kids, they have no idea about that kind of getting their hands dirty, and it's because it wasn't necessarily required. And it's unfortunate, but it must be said. Our world, as much as we need somebody to be able to freaking engineer how the streets of Sonoma County can better work together, we still need somebody that can dig ditches. Mm-hmm. We still need somebody that can fix a clogged septic tank. Or what have you. Mm-hmm. And those trades are just sort of dying off.
But they might start to pick back up, because they're going to start paying people. You got to pay. That's the thing. And unless they're going to get the people that they don't have to pay, and then they're going to get that kind of work.
The thing is, though, if you were to look to hire a contractor that's a plumber or what have you, you paying through the nose. They making bank now.
But the ones that's Roto-Rooter, sorry, I probably can't say that, but those kind of just go, I got a backed up, clogged up toilet. Yeah. They might not be getting paid.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But I think about like appliances when things break, the dishwasher breaks, and people will literally go and buy a brand new dishwasher when a lot of the times it's just like one hose or something, but again, they weren't taught that. Our freaking washer and dryer, may they rest in peace. You bought our washing machine, what is it, about 2 years ago?
Maybe.
Yeah, it's about 2 years ago. That washing machine.
Before that.
The one before the one you bought.
That one had been around for
that
a
joint
long time.
That thing was probably 18, anywhere between 18 and 20 years old.
And you kept fixing on it.
And I would work on that thing over and over. And I worked on that thing so much, y'all. I figured out how to get to the daggum transmission on it and change the gears in it. I figured out all kinds of stuff and kept it running.
Yeah.
And it ran for years, changing belts and all kinds of stuff. And it just kept running. And the only reason I did that is because I knew everything was getting computerized. Mm-hmm. And in my
that one
opinion,
was not.
Yeah. And in my opinion, a lot of stuff
They don't last as long.
They don't last as long.
We're getting about 2 years out of things.
Yeah.
2 to 3 years.
Because there's always some kind of stupid software update is required.
Yeah, and then you can't get that piece anymore, that part anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, that's discontinued. But I just got it and the parts are already discontinued.
It's such bull.
Because they run out of them, making them over and over and over. Oh, we got to move on to something else because we don't have these pieces anymore. We can't get them from wherever. BFE.
Man, I fought that for as long as I possibly could. You
did.
And it worked.
Yeah.
It freaking worked. And the same goes for our dryer. You bought our dryer last year, right? And our dryer, what's with the heavy sigh?
Do you not remember the electrocution that I got from that dryer?
Oh, yes.
Whew, I got post-traumatic stress with that dryer. I'm glad it's gone.
I forgot about that.
I'm so glad it's gone. I didn't forget about it. Glad that it's gone.
Yeah, the dryer was roughly the same age as the washing machine, roughly anywhere between 18 and 20 years old. And that thing, I would work on it. And most of the time it ended up just being a thermal fuse to install on it. The fuse would cost me a whole $5.
Yeah.
And it would cost me a whole 10 minutes of my time
to put it on there.
And I got to where I cut it down to like 5 because I just decided I'm not even going to put the back on the back of the dryer anymore. I just kept the cover. And
it later open. Hurt me.
And yeah. How did it hurt you?
What was I trying to do? What had happened?
Did it go off and you wanted to look behind it? And
oh, I remember now. So the little the tubing.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I hate to interrupt you, but I see a super chat in here from looks like Ozone Nightmare. Yeah, it is Ozone Nightmare.
Hello, how are you?
How you doing, man? Thank you for being here. Thank you for the super chat. It says happy Wednesday, Pruitts. Hope you all are staying cool in this nightmare weather. Mr. Pruitt, what did you think of the sneakers? Oh, I'm going to answer that question after this. But yes, we are fortunately staying cool because there is AC running here. But thank you so much, brother. All right. So continue. How did you have your fallout?
The tubing was coming off of the dryer that you never put the back on it.
but the exhaust tube could still stay connected. All you had to do is tighten it up.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it looked it looked simple enough. The clothes weren't getting dry, so I looked behind there while the dryer was on, and I saw that the tubing had come off, and I just thought I could reach back there and whatever is in the back of it that was open, it pulled my hand inside of the dryer and electrocuted me, like screaming, burning my hand, scratching it up, electrocution. I had never felt anything like that before. It felt like somebody had turned the TENS unit up.
Yeah, that's exactly what it feels like.
It scared me. I just screamed.
I remember when it happened. I was upstairs in the studio, and I heard the scream. And actually, I didn't think it was a scream. I just heard your loud voice. And so my first instinct was somebody's outside because you were down. I knew you were down in the garage, and I figured somebody was outside, and you was like, "Hey," whatever. And when I looked out, I didn't see nobody, but something said, "Get up." Yeah,
it took you a minute to get down there. It was it was the worst feeling. And then hindsight, of course, dumbass, why you didn't turn the dryer off and unplug it or whatever? But it didn't look like it was gonna.
Well, you wouldn't necessarily taught that in school. That's some trade schools talk there.
No, I should have known better. Oh, it hurt so much. It was the weirdest feeling. I felt like I was biting my own teeth.
Yeah. It's
something went off.
No, it's fine. It's that dryer, it gave us a lot of years. I remember the first time fixing it. I remember putting a belt on it, taking the bin out and
you was proud of
putting the belt on that thing. And I was like, man, I figured it's because it's as big as those things are mechanically, you would think there's a whole lot going on in them. Mm-hmm. It ain't. It's literally like 5 parts. I changed out thermal fuses, changed out heating elements.
Yeah.
The heating element literally plugs right in like you just plugging it into a wall. I mean, it is not complicated. Mm-hmm. But now they want to put computers on everything and make it all
now,
smart
especially
home.
when you have a Samsung dishwasher and stuff like that. It's really weird.
It's so stupid. Then switch there and then flip this back. All right, so I want to go back to the super chat there from Ozone Nightmare. Let's see. It says,
I'm sorry.
Hold on. That sounds like some sad news from Mr. John Helm. My dishwasher just died yesterday. I was taking it apart last night to clean it, and it still won't drain.
See, and that kind of stuff happens.
Okay, well, I got a theory on that one. Because I've already looked at these things.
He gonna ask you a series of questions.
I have already looked at dishwashers because, again, they're big, huge boxes. It's not a lot going on in it. They are ridiculously simple on the inside from a mechanical standpoint. It'll blow your mind if you just crack one open and look at it. So if it's not draining, Mr. Helm, I guarantee it. It is just a bad pump, and the pump is probably yay big that you can literally pop out with Phillips screwdrivers, put a new one in, tie the hose on the end of it, fire it up. I guarantee
you already did that, didn't you, John? You already did that, didn't you, John? Say you already did that. Just say you already did it.
No, the pump doesn't just snap right out. You have to do you have to take covers off and stuff to get to the pump. But that's all it is. Look, what's that? Hold on. What's that say right there in the chat? Read that. Go ahead. Read it.
You can see it right there. Just read it out loud. You can see it.
You're likely right, damn it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is because there's not much to those things, man. It's amazing how simple those appliances are. It doesn't sound like it's draining, he said. Yeah. So, yep, I would highly recommend looking up on Amazon the model number of your dryer. Look for a pump because you can return it for nothing 9 times out of 10.
Figure out if you can get to it first.
He'll be able to get to it. He's already taken it apart.
Oh.
So that's not going to be a problem here. He's smart enough to do that stuff. So good luck to you on that, brother.
Yes, good luck.
Now back to Mr. Ozone Nightmare. I'm looking at the screen. It says, what did I think of sneakers? So I don't think maybe it was last week or a week before, but I had asked about some, I asked about something totally different, but he recommended to me in an email 2 different movies. One was Sneakers and one was this Kung Fu movie. I can't remember the name of it, but when he was describing Sneakers, it was basically a movie from the early 90s, I think, or maybe late 80s. And it had Robert Redford in it, Sidney Poitier in it. And it was some NSA, FBI, CIA, we're going to hack you kind of stuff. And it was pretty good. It was, and it's crazy because I'm watching this and you could see how old this show was. And you see them talking all of the computer lingo and they're literally hacked into someone's account via the ACH system. You remember ACH? Do people even say ACH anymore? Automatic clearinghouse. That's how your money is transferred from bank to bank.
Yeah.
They're literally in an ACH system and transferring money from all of these bad people and racists and whatnot to like the United Negro College Fund and stuff. You know. And it was just really cool to see that old tech but these were still some quality. It was a quality cast, and it was a pretty good movie. So thank you for that recommendation. I watched it one day at some point when things slowed down just for half a second. And yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I can't remember the name of the other one, but I didn't want to watch that one. Something just didn't click with it for me. But yeah, thank you for that. You didn't see it. Would you watch something like that? You didn't watch?
Nah, yeah, I'm good.
Because it also made me think about like Die Hard, the original Die Hard.
Oh yeah.
Have you thought about watching the original Die Hard today?
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
I think I did.
And do you see how the tech is in there?
It is really interesting looking at it all. Just listening to the computers, just the printers, and how they print it, and the typewriters, seeing all of those things. The clothes, all of it. But
this dude, the limo driver in the car on the cell phone, the big ass cell phone,
the big, huge, the ones that they don't flip. They were just long and
big ass bag phone,
rectangle things. They were thick too.
Oh man, it's good stuff. Yeah, thank you for suggesting it to us, Joe. All right, we're going to pause for one quick second here just to let some ads run and try to attempt to pay some bills. So y'all stay right here. Give us a few minutes and we will be right back after this. And we are back. This is Everyday People Doing Everyday Shit podcast. Myself, Aunt Pruitt. She is Phoebe Pruitt. We just do what we do. We try to do this each and every week. Schedules pending and all that good stuff because this is everyday life, y'all. So if we can get on these mics on Wednesday, we will. If we can't, I will probably hop on here for 5 minutes to let you know, hey, we can't be on here, but thank you for hitting like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's not on purpose.
No, it ain't. It is just everyday life. But thank y'all for being here. Really do appreciate it. And again, if this is your first time in here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button on your screen right now inside of YouTube or in your favorite podcast app. And if you're watching the live stream right now for the first time or period, hit thumbs up. So that sends the signal too. All righty then. Next thing I wanted to pop into is I'm actually going to talk about a gamecock. I know, blasphemy. Blasphemy. Yeah, there's a guy, and the thing is, let me just preface this. I know I'm a Clemson fan through and through. That goes without saying, and yes, I still said it. But I do have respect for some players or former players of the University of South Carolina Gamecocks football team. Two right off the top of my head. One name is Robert Brooks, former Green Bay Packer, former Gamecock, hell of a wide receiver. Another guy who was even better than him by the name of Sterling Sharp, former Gamecock, also former Green Bay Packer, should be in the Hall of Fame. The big brother of the wonderful Shannon Sharp. You know, so the Gamecocks have had some ballers. The Gamecocks have even had a Heisman Trophy winner. Clemson has not. You know, so I have respect for some of them. And then in recent years, I said some of them, not all. Yeah, in recent years, they've had some wide receivers that I thought were just ridiculously good. One here named Deebo Samuels, who's now here in town, San Francisco 49er. He's a Gamecock, blowing up the charts. Guy before him named Alshon Jeffrey. I think he ended up with the Eagles. Just a big body wide receiver. I have nothing but respect for big wide receivers. Well, today I want to talk about a guy named Xavier Leggette, another big body wide receiver. And he is straight from the state of South Kakalaki. He's straight from the state of South Kakalaki. And I say it that way because he has been making waves on all of the social media platforms, and people are just latching on to how he speaks in his Southern accent. And I was hoping, for those that ain't never heard of this, because I know most of you cats don't know about sports, but I wanted to just play a little something of him in some recent press conferences and whatnot. And again, this is a guy that's, roughly 21 years old, 22 years old, built like a grown ass man, ball player, talented ball player. And he's getting these interviews because he's just gotten drafted in his first time going into the pros and so forth. So let me see if I can do the screen share thing here. And that right there he is. So let's hit play here. Let's unmute it.
Your first practice as a pro, thinking back to your high school teenage years, what was your first job, and do you have a cool story about that?
Oh, no. See, I ain't never had a job for real. I mean, in 2020 with COVID, one of my partners was working at KFC. And I went in there, he kept begging me to come because I was just chilling at the house. I went in there about 2 weeks and I got on though.
Let's listen to that one more time.
Sounds great to me.
So basically,
like I'm at home.
So basically, he was asked about one of his first jobs because now he's in the NFL working, and so they asked him, but did he have any kind of what was his first job? And again, his answer.
Cool story about that.
Oh, no. See, I ain't never had a job for real. I mean, in 2020 with COVID, one of my partners was working at KFC. And I went in there, he kept begging me to come because I was just chilling at the house. I went in there about 2 weeks and I got on though.
I love it. Dang, I thought y'all would be able to hear it there. So what I'll do is I'll at least click it here on the screen and boom, paste it there into the live chat for y'all to check it out. But yeah, he is he is quite Southern. That's about all.
He said through though. He used the TH. You still use it as a D. He said went on through. When that stuff played,
I thought about you and your first interactions with my family. Because when I hear him talk on the screen, every time I heard him talk on the screen, it just it's nothing to me. But I see the media and everybody else around the nation are like, do what? What'd he say? What? It's sort of laughing. And it just sounds normal to me. Oh, here's one more. Hold on. I got one more. Oh, this is, I think this was funny too. So I hit play. And
We will begin with questions for Xavier.
Xavier, you woke up a Carolina Panther. Did you have to pinch yourself?
Say it one more time.
So you woke up a Carolina Panther this morning. Did you have to pinch yourself a little bit?
Oh, no, man. I woke up ready, man. I got a call right after I got dressed. They was coming to pick me up at 9:30 in the morning. I told them I'm going to be ready.
What's that feeling like when you got the call? Because I saw the emotion in your face in the video, but what were those emotions?
Overly excited, man, whole time, man. I really trying to hold my tears in for real, man. I told my folks I wasn't going to crack. I was trying to be tough guy. But, man, I was really over excited.
Oh, it's sad. You stare, say what?
oh man, John here.
Heard it second time.
John Hill said, say what?
You know you understood what he was saying. You understood what he was saying.
Oh man, but I'm serious, man.
It.
That shit right there, it totally just sounds like you and I sitting in the same room talking to each other.
And and it feels comforting, doesn't it?
Yeah, I dig it because every time I hear a Southern accent, it is comforting.
It is very comforting. And then when I'm at work talking to my little work daughter, she's from Alabama, but I think she's Californianized.
Oh, okay. Yeah. They done rubbed off on her. Is what you're saying?
I think so, because I was saying something to her, and I said, isn't it? And she was like, isn't it? I said, oh, don't get it twisted. Now, you already know what we say. She's like, yeah, I just haven't heard it.
Don't you forget where you came from, girl.
You better not forget where you came from. You better remember. That's why you here, so we can talk. And you don't have to call me out on what I'm saying. Don't act like you don't know. Isn't it? Like, yes.
Man.
I'm not getting ready to say, isn't it?
No.
To you.
There's a whole bunch of stuff, man, that he done said. Look, I just said he done said.
I mean, because we get comfortable. That's what we were talking about with my loctician today. I was telling her the same thing. I said, it's nothing like talking to my people from home, my family, my friends, that, especially when I just listened to them talk. Talking to Cree today was like, oh, this is just lovely because it's somebody that sounds like me, you know? And it was pretty exciting. I really miss it. And I didn't have to feel like I was sounding like some Bama, you know? Because sometimes I say things and I get the side like, what? You know, and then I have to be reminded that I have to say things a little bit differently.
But baby, look, you just own it.
I don't have no other choice
but to own it. Just own it. Don't you just said that you have to remember that I'm blah blah blah. No, just own it. You know. I mean, you ain't cussing nobody out or nothing at the time. You just
I don't get that far. They already started judging me just for my regular talk.
Man, look here. There's been several times on a show on Twit, be it This Week in Google or whatever show that I've been on with the panel, and some stuff flew out of my mouth and the studio gets quiet and everybody just looks at me and I'm like, what? And they say, do what now? Say what? And I repeat what I said. And for me, it's just normal. Then I realized, let me break it down for y'all Californians. This is what I'm talking about right here. And when I say it again.
Exactly. Like I say, I have to remember. That's my form of.
Okay.
I have to remind myself who I'm talking to. Okay. What audience
so you're not changing it up or nothing. You just.
No, sometimes I break it down, or this is what this means. What did I say to one of my other little friends at work? My fellow Capricorn. She said, I said, that's Gucci. She was like, that's what?
I don't know if I don't know if that's a Southern colloquialism. That's just slang.
Oh,
right.
Well, they didn't know what it was, so I broke it down to them. And what else did I say? He's got clout. Clout.
But see, again, that's not Southern. Clout's not Southern.
This is slang.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, I guess I don't know English then. I guess I don't know English.
Oh, gosh.
Or speak a lot of slang and didn't realize.
Tech for Your Knees joins us in the chat. Hello, folks. Tech for Your Knees says hello back to you. Hello. Thanks for being here. Hit the thumbs up button for me, please. I appreciate your help. John Helm says, bless their hearts. Yeah, I've said that several times.
Yeah, that's why he's saying that
on the air.
Do you say bless your heart? No, you've heard Anthony say that.
I've said that several times on there. There was one time, one of the first instances I remember, and this was after we first got here. Something happened on the air, and I said something along the lines of, "Man, your britches don't look good." Something like that. I said britches, and.
Don't know what is that. What is britches? You have to explain that to people too.
No, they knew what it was. It's just they don't expect it, in that setting. I guess this is a tech podcast. We're here to talk about bits and bytes and data and hard drive. Not
it would have probably been better if you had said pantalones.
Okay. This is such a good one.
This is probably been more excessive.
Good one.
That's
good
what
one.
you just said.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with that next time. I'll go with that next time.
Yes.
Pantalones, folks.
That's better.
Oh, gosh, man. But yeah, again, when I was watching that video, I just thought about you and your first interaction with my family, because my family in South Carolina, everybody, pretty much all of them talk like that one way or, So it's just, I'm used to it, especially my family that were from the deep cuts in the woods, on the farm, that's how they all talk. And my particular aunt, we would go to her house and walk in and she'd say, hey, and it's in this high pitched voice, hey.
Like, what did you say? She was just saying something, but I know she was happy to see us.
Yeah, and
that's pretty much, or what she was doing. That
most you got out of it was, "Hey, how you doing?"
Hey. The most I would get, hey. I might hear Anthony come out a little bit, but it's difficult to understand. And then to find out from my niece this last week or so that I wasn't country. I wasn't country. I had a different type of accent.
No, I don't think you're country at all. I think you're straight up city girl. I mean, you're from the South, but you're still city girl.
That's weird because I hear country.
I don't know, dude. No.
But she told me that I'm not.
No,
she said you're not. I sounded different.
Tech for your needs in the chat says, she said pantalones. I'm Puerto Rican and I'm dying over here. I need to breathe. Oh gosh.
This is better than britches. Somebody would not, they would look sideways at that.
Oh gosh. Oh man. Y'all killing me, man. But yeah, my family, if anyone has ever watched the show King of the Hill with Hank Hill and Boomhauer and all of that, my family, most of them speak like Boomhauer on there. Yeah, man, I tell you what, them dang old boys need to get that shit up out the floor. I done told them I don't pick this. If they don't pick this shit up, I'm gonna throw it in the trash right now. Tomorrow, and it's gonna be too late. Boom, gone. That's how my family spoke. So Boomhauer sounds just normal.
Like that. And you understood him just easy. And we have been watching King of the Hill together, watching him. Myself, what did he just say? What did he say? And if we don't have the little letters on at the bottom, I mean the captions. If we don't have the captions on, I don't know what he's saying.
Did you just say if we don't have the little letters on it? Gosh,
now there's Jasmine, another. I know, that's what I was just thinking about her. She's like, we're gonna have to make a whole booklet of you and your vocabulary list words.
Oh, you just got caught. John Helm caught you.
I fixed it real quick though. I just have to say it out loud sometimes.
John in the chat says, I grew up saying something is, what do you say? I grew up saying something is all when referring to something as empty or done. No, that's same, but I think about stuff like, let me see. BOFFUM.
Both of them.
Just
yeah,
stuff like that.
And I say it.
Both of them.
Even when I'm at work, I hear myself say it, but I've already said it, and I think they know now.
Both.
So some words, I mean, I don't. Is that slang though?
No, that's country. Both of. Yeah, I'll put that in the chat just so y'all can get it. Both of them. That means both of them. Both of them. Just
both of them.
For the
both of them. and say it for real, and everybody knows what it means.
My grandma, man, I pretty much helped my grandmother learn to read when I was little. Mm-hmm. And she would give me random books, but most of the time she would give me the Bible and go through random books in the Bible, and I would read to them and give it back to her, and she would point and read, and I'd sound it out with her and so on, and she'd learn. But when it come to talking and speaking, all that went out the window, you know, and like there was this one word she would always say when it came to associating something with something else, you know, the police department and fire department here in town, they all necked it up together.
Yeah, now that's country. I never heard that one. Not even from my grandma.
Yeah, let me say that one more time. Yeah. The police department and the fire department downtown, they all necked it up together.
And came to the house. Do that together. They all necked it up together. Wow.
Tech for your needs. Come on now. No, that don't count. This says country. Howdy. No, that don't count.
Come on now.
Howdy don't count.
I guess that's as far as it goes for you. But howdy is not even country.
I guess,
is it country?
You said Puerto Rican, so maybe that's about as country as you can get is howdy. Or y'all. What about y'all? Y'all used to be considered country, but everybody says y'all now, right?
I don't hear it a lot. I say it a lot. I was trying to say you all or you guys, like everyone else. And I was like, forget about that. Definitely. I'm tired of saying you guys and you all because now you can't even do that anyway.
Definitely not know you guys.
It's best for me to say y'all. Even when I would talk to them, I would say, how y'all doing?
Yeah, y'all is
easier.
Yeah, so much easier. And Marcello's in the chat. Good to see you. You're back again. Thanks for being here again, joining us live. Appreciate you. He says he hears that a lot in the South. Well, duh, aren't you like in Georgia somewhere? And it's not Georgia, it's Georgia. Right.
Just like it's not. Where do we live next to oh my gosh. In the South.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh, wait a minute.
I know what you're talking about.
What you do?
The little tiny town with the little mountain in it. Yeah.
McCaddenville.
Yeah.
McCaddenville.
No, McCaddenville. And there was also Cherville.
That's the one. Not McCaddenville, because I did say McCaddenville, but Cherville. It was spelled Cherryville.
Yep.
But no one called it Cherryville. It's Cherville. I wonder how the GPS says it.
Can you imagine that?
I'm curious to how the GPS pronounces Cherryville.
What in the world would Google say CHERRYVILLE is?
I'm curious.
Hey,
somebody in that
Cherville.
Somebody's like, you gotta put the correct pronunciation in there. If you don't, people are not going to know what you're talking about.
Somebody reported
turn on Cherryville Road. No, you need to turn on Cherville Road.
Somebody has reported it. I know
pretty
it.
Sure.
Oh my gosh.
That's right.
Marcello. you stuck in here now, Marcello. You gonna have to deal with this talk, buddy.
I promise. You gotta learn. I'm gonna learn you something. Yeah. And if people, the other one that I see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. I said that to somebody before over in California, and it was so funny to watch the faces. I was like, don't even worry about it. That's Southern.
Oh, gosh. Oh, okay. So Marcella, you down in ATL area, but you're from New York. That explains it. Okay, that explains it. Because I've always sort of assumed
they was up north.
I don't know. No, Marcella was in the South.
They from up north. That's what we used to hear.
Yeah.
You know, when we was down south, the people from up north was always mean. I grew up knowing or thinking that everybody from up north was mean.
Oh gosh,
they was not going to be nice to us, and they always had money when they was from up north too. The people up north made money. They were rich. You
That's
didn't
true.
have all of that
no,
stuff
I
made
agree.
up.
I agree. We all thought that.
Everybody up north was rich.
Oh man, this live chat's killing me. John Helms, even the sun shines on a dog's ass. This is true. I've heard that a lot from my dad.
Even the sun's ass.
Tech for your needs from Boston. Oh, okay. But you're Puerto Rican. Okay. Oh man, good stuff, y'all. Let us know in the comments or shoot an email to podcast@antpruitt.com with your thoughts regarding Mr. Xavier Leggette. You know, whether you want to talk about his football prowess or just get more into his southern dialect. I can't remember the town that he's from, the name of it, but I remember the area. It's down near just below central South Carolina, not town central. Just below the central region of South Carolina. So
that's it. Okay, so that's not
quite
in
low
the
country.
Geechee area.
No, not quite low country, but heading that way.
Okay.
You know,
because I have been around that too. That's a whole different area. I don't understand anything.
Yeah, all of the Gullah down there near Charleston and Hilton Head.
That's the accent is Geechee.
Yeah.
Can I even say that?
The dialect. Dialect.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It runs together. I don't ever know.
Oh gosh, it's good stuff, man. Excuse me. Yeah, just let us know your thoughts on that. I think he's going to be a pretty good ball player. You know, it's unfortunate he went to the University of South Carolina, but he's going to be all right. He's
maybe it's fortunate that he did because those are the ones that are balling out right now.
Yeah.
So maybe it's unfortunate for, you know, players that come from Clemson, just saying, but not unfortunate for him.
No, he gets his credit.
He's following the other folks.
I give him his credit. I give him his credit for sure.
Good.
I'm going to pause one more time for a ad break, if you don't mind, and then we're going to close out the show with some final thoughts and just share some info and tidbits, or more so just some info for y'all. So we will be right back right after this. Okay, and we are back, and the live chat here on YouTube is still going, man. Y'all are killing me. John Helms. I'm about to go watch my box on the wall with pictures and turn on the little letters.
You don't even have to turn on the little letters. That's optional. I use the letters because I can't hear.
Oh gosh,
that's funny. It's okay.
So not right. Thank you, man, for the.
Thank you for the laughs.
Good grief.
Appreciate the laughter.
All right. So again, this is Everyday People doing everyday shit. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you for being part of our awesome community here, joining us each and every week. Subscribe in whatever podcast app you're using, and hit the thumbs up button right now inside of the YouTube live stream, please, and thank you. All right, want to close the show out with give you just a little bit of an update of things that's continue to be going on. If you're part of my newsletter, some of this stuff will sound familiar to you. If you're not a part of the newsletter, why the hell not? Go to antpruitt.com/blog and hit join the newsletter. It'll be right there in your face, and you'll get a email from me fairly regularly. I'll just leave it at that. So, what's been going on? As y'all have heard over the last, month and a half, 2 months, pretty much the last 90 days for the Pruitt crew has just been pretty shit-tastic and chaotic and all of that. And it's been ups and it's been downs and it's been ups and it's been downs. And as Queen Pruitt said earlier, we just lifing it. You know, it's not always easy, but we are just lifing it. So I'll start with the drop off for the college boy, emptying the nest, if you will, and the challenges we had with that. You know, I told y'all before that he didn't have his dorm yet because he got, you know, all of the stuff that was offered to him was so late in the game that stuff was just sort of pushed off to the side because, where'd this come from at the last minute? But we was able to work it out. They were able to work it out. And he's in his dorm. But it was still some challenges because he's trying to just navigate the whole thing of being up there on his own in this big ass school on this big ass football team, and they busting his ass. They doing exactly what they should do, doing exactly what we expected. And but he's happy. You know, he is, you know, I remember seeing a text in our group chat, you know, it said something along the lines of, I need to get ready. No, I need to go to class so I can have some struggle happening because life is pretty good right now. And he was basically saying, you know, when class is going to start, class is probably going to beat us behind and give him a little bit of some challenges. Well, class hadn't been the challenge. Class has been okay. He's been doing all right with class, but he's had some other challenges. First off, his e-bike got stolen. I don't know if you all know this, but Eugene, Oregon is a decent sized city, and they got a ton of homelessness and drug addiction problems, just like any other decent sized city. And his bike was in a secure place. His bike was in a secure, dedicated, secured place and locked in said secured place. But these cats, they decided to break into the facility.
Yeah.
and go get it. So
that makes me feel like he's very safe.
So he, you know, that's it sucks. But we punt it and we hate that that's gone. He's going to get a scooter. Actually, the scooter will be coming to him soon. And the scooter will be, I guess you can secure it more because you can't pedal a scooter. You can lock them down with an app and the wheels will not move on those scooters, those e-scooters, you know, and some of them even had like weird alarms or whatnot. But at any rate, once you tell it lock, you can try to push that thing and it's just going to annoy the shit out of you because it's going to be really, really heavy and it ain't going to want to move. The wheels ain't going to roll. So
that's bad that it's not like that for an e-bike.
Well, and the e-bike has pedals. It still has pedals. So you can still pedal it. And that's what happens with bikes. So that's why we went that route. And that's what we're hoping for the best on that. And I'm sure he'll be all right. And I want to give a shout out to the Laporte family, the Laporte family, Leo and Lisa Laporte. That e-bike that he had came from the Laporte family. They donated a bike to him as well as to another boy up at Forest Grove, Oregon at college. And nothing but the utmost respect for the Laporte family and appreciate their generosity and support that they've shown all of us here, you know, over the last 5 years. So just a shout out for them. And if you don't know who they are, go to twit.tv, check them out. Better yet, go to twit.tv/clubtwit and show them some love, please. And thank you. So we got through that, got them dropped off. We came home and we had about a week. Yeah, we had about a week and we were going to go on vacation. Excuse me. We're going to go on a sponsored vacation by my sister and my mother. Was really looking forward to it. But about 2 days after we were here, we noticed something was going on with the dog, Kylo. And I got a message from Queen Pruitt. She's like, hey, something's going on with his leg. You know, he's limping, you know. And I thought about it and just analyzed the message and was like, you know what? Crap. I haven't given him his supplements because old dogs, you got to give them joint supplements, just like old men and women. We need our joint supplements to keep us limber. And we did that and it didn't get any better, unfortunately. And so he started limping even more and figured out that it was like his shoulder. And so I think it was Thursday morning. Yes, Thursday morning, I looked at his shoulder and I was like, dang, that shoulder looks like it's like slightly dislocated. So I called the vet and say, hey, can y'all see him and try to put that shoulder back in? That's why he's limping around, because excuse me, it's not uncommon for old dogs to pop a hip, pop a shoulder, because especially big, heavy dogs, 100-pound dogs, it's very common. And they were like, well, we can't see him. Just take him to the ER vet because we can't see him right now. Take him to the ER vet. On the way to the vet, I'm driving him and I almost have a car accident. I literally slammed on the brakes hard. He was in the back seat. I slammed on the brakes so hard because I was going fast. He slams into the back of me in the car and he whimpers a little bit and then he just sits back down. When I get to the destination, I get him out the car and I check him out and his shoulder looked better. And he was even in a better mood. He was smiling and walking around and all of that. But I said, let's just go on in and get checked out anyway. And I explained this to the doctors. And they said, okay, we'll take a look anyway. And they said, yeah, we can see where there was some trauma on his shoulder. But we got some other stuff going on. And the other stuff was tumors all over his abdomen. Tumors on his liver, tumors on his spleen, just all over his belly, all over his gut. And she pretty much was like, you ain't got much time. She said it could be any day now. She said it could be any week now. And I'm sorry. So, of course, this hurts us. And had to figure out what we were going to do and decided we're not going to take vacation. We're going to stay and spend as much time as we can with Kylo. And he made it about a week and a day, and then he started to get worse. And so we had to go ahead and euthanize Kylo. And that was just 3 days ago. 2 days ago, actually, because today is Wednesday at the time of this recording. And it's bittersweet because, we know he's not suffering anymore, but at the same time, we miss our dog. And it hurts all of us. It hurts our boys up in college. Our youngest boy pretty much slept on him when he was very, very small. I remember when we first got him, they slept together. He laid on top of him and so they were tight. But, it's just been some crazy shit in our lives, between the termination letter of having to get out of the previous place we lived in, the timing of all of that, the timing of me still not being able to find steady gigs and still getting denial letters and the frustration that goes along with that, the graduation from high school, and then literally 6 days later, you better jump in the car to get them up the road into college. Oh, all in the meanwhile, you're supposed to be moving out. Getting a deposit, and thank you to our community. We put up a GoFundMe to help out with the deposit because, quite frankly, my black ass didn't have 5 G's. I didn't. And thank you for all of you that donated on that and helped us out because it got us here. But again, it was still just so chaotic. And then we go to drop him off in college. There was chaos there because he didn't have a dorm. But at the same time, we're very happy for that moment of him being able to go into that next phase of life and that next phase of manhood, if you will. Literally leaving him on his own. Coaches welcomed us in the orientation. They speak to us. It was scheduled for an hour. It ended up being 43 minutes. And they literally said, all right, y'all got to go. by.
Yep.
And we as parents, it was hard. But again, we were very happy for our boy. Then we get home and we had to deal with, it was literally 2 days later after dealing with that high of Oregon and the hardheads and being able to see our other hardhead, because we don't get to see him often, to that news about our other child, our fur child, Kylo. And yeah, y'all, it's been, I don't even really know how to explain it.
That's why I can only say we've just been lifing, because everybody is doing some form of lifing, you know. We hear that from people when we start to share things.
Yeah.
Or even when we don't, when people just thinking about us. Like your friend checking on you and then sharing hers. And then same thing. It's just and I know that when people say when it rains, it pours. Ready for some desert temperatures.
Yeah, I know.
It's just exhausting. I still hear them, and we're all dealing with it, and we have peace.
Yeah,
we made peace with him.
We have peace, but it doesn't make it easy. Still,
no,
it still doesn't make it easy.
No,
and it's and
people that don't relate to pets as being family members, like, they won't understand it. But when you basically go and you adopt this person that you feed and clothe and take to the doctor and all that kind of stuff, take
to the doctor, take to the surgeon.
Right. When you go through all of that, that's family. That's you. And
the dog takes on your personality.
He knew. He waited until Jacob left.
Yeah.
He waited until, like, literally. You say that it was 2 days. It was as soon as we got back, I saw it.
Yeah,
I remember telling you that night, I was like, he's limping.
Oh,
something's going on with that shoulder. When I let him out, when we got home, I said it.
Oh, so I didn't remember that. Huh?
And I kept saying it. And then 2 days later is when or the next day, it wasn't even 2 days.
Yeah, it was the next day.
Next day, you said, I do see something.
Yeah.
And you were going to take him to the vet. But, yep. Because I didn't get out of bed that day. At all.
It was hard. That was also during the,
just coming back
from you wasn't on the show that particular week either, if I recall. No, because it was just, y'all just don't know. It's just been some shit going on. And I'm going to tell you right now, I got an email from someone. I'm not going to say their name, but I got an email from someone today. Said, podcasting tonight. And the only thing I could say was, going to try. I almost blurted out yes, but at the same time, dude, we've been dealing.
Never know what you're gonna feel like from moment to moment. Yeah. And I mean, and I told you earlier today we should have some consistency. I shouldn't be laying out because I'm in my feels or because whatever's going on, because that's a part of everyday people. But I guess I need to get out of the mindset of only recording when it's something fun or something lively, because that's not everyday people.
That's true. And I agree with you 100% on that, but also know that
I wouldn't get on here and just be Debbie Downer or Donnie Downer.
Yeah, Donnie Downer. Wow.
I wouldn't do that and if I know that I don't see anything like nice or have anything nice in my heart and I'm battling with the dark side, then no, I'm not gonna come on. And I think I would tell you, like, I'm battling. I don't have anything nice to say. I'm in a dark place, and you've
said that. And with that said, I get what you're saying, as far as this is everyday life, meaning, yeah, you're going to have good days and bad days. But I also 100% believe that I'm not forcing you onto these mics. I'm not forcing myself onto these mics. Because quite frankly, right now, it ain't paying a bill. So
I know.
If it was paying the bill, then yeah, I would definitely put more effort.
But at the same time, I don't want
man,
you saying things like, I'm going to get rid of all this equipment. I don't want that.
And that is a real conversation because, man, the whole job hunt stuff has really been pissing me off. And
I know.
And it is.
But we can still use this for our other career.
We can still use it. But it's been pissing me off. And which reminds me, folks, if you go to x.com and go to my profile, @_Pruitt on there, I put a post up to Canon. I basically asked Canon for a job publicly. And I know that ain't the right way to do that shit. I know it ain't. But quite honestly, I don't give a shit. I've been trying to find work since December. Steady work since December. And I've been getting lowballed. I've been getting just run around in circles. I mean, I got a contract right now with somebody. And that thing is about to fizzle out because the economy is so shit-tastic and people don't want to pay. But they want me to just throw my skills out there. And that ain't cool. So I said, you know what? Forget going through this application process. I just publicly asked Canon for a job. And I did this because I watched a podcast that they've started. And it's called Unscripted. And if you're in our Patreon community, you'll know what I'm talking about. I saw that podcast and I had thoughts. And one of those thoughts was, well, shit, they could hire me to do this damn show. Mm-hmm. I mean, I have no freaking problem admitting that I am a Canon fanboy. I freaking love Canon stuff. They've had some things that were imperfect, but overall, I freaking love Canon stuff. And Canon has been good to me for whatever reason over these years. So I respect them. But then when I saw that podcast, I was like, I could do that. I could be that host. No disrespect to the current host, but I could do that gig, y'all. I need that shit. So if you see that post, go over there and signal boost it. Hit the little reshare, like, or whatever. Just boost it. And people have been doing that today. Good. Boosting it. I appreciate that. I did get an email because I also emailed my contact at Canon that I have the professional relationship with there. Emailed them. I haven't heard back, but that doesn't mean anything. I don't know what they've done. They may have tried to push some buttons or whatever. But I did get another email today about that from somebody else. I don't want to say too much, but we'll see what happens. Because LinkedIn, the job boards, and all of that stuff, man, it's been rather frustrating. Especially when the one company says, hey, we're looking for a podcast producer to do A, B, C, D. And I could hit check. And I could say, oh yeah, my mom retired from that company. I'm legacy. Yeah. And they come back with, no, we decided to move on somewhere else, you know. And which was basically being done is either I'm too damn old or I'm too damn expensive. Which most of those are pretty much going to go together because the younger ones are not going. They don't not right. really looking to make that huge amount of money. That's a good point. And then it makes me think further about everyone in our government leadership talks about how great our economy is doing now because unemployment rates are going down. People are working more. What they fail to say is not one person is working 40 hours in a week. That's what's exactly true. It's so true. Not one person is working a job just for 40 hours. They're doing 40 hours and then some. or they're doing 40 hours and a whole other job somewhere else too.
Or not getting 40 hours, so they have to get another job somewhere else.
Ding. So, yeah.
Or not making enough, so they have to get another job somewhere else. And still not make enough, but you're just working yourself into the ground.
Yeah. So, and you folks know that I am a janitor at a place here in town. Don't know if I've mentioned it before, but I am a janitor at a place here in town part-time. I can't get full-time hours. Can't. Denied. Period. No questions asked. Nope. Can't have them. What?
You gotta wait until after you've been here for 90 days and go to a different department if you want that.
Like really? There's clearly some shit here that needs to be done. There's a whole lot of toilets in this place that need to be scrubbed.
But no.
Oh man,
it's crazy.
I love it, man. I love it. We just lifing, man.
You're right, Mr. Helm. It is exactly what the podcast is about. Ups and downs.
Ups and downs. Yep. Thank you, John Helms.
And I appreciate that.
Appreciate you.
Thanks for sending the good vibes.
Yep. But yeah,
didn't need them.
I'm gonna go ahead and call it a show for this week. But again, we wanted to let y'all know what's happening, and we also want to say thank you for being here and showing all the love and showing all the support and telling other folks about us. It really does mean a lot. And this is when I do my post-amble, if you will, on ways to support the show. You can support the show and support us by doing super chats. You can do super thanks here in YouTube. You can also go join our Patreon page. I actually added another Patreon tier for people because I know the economy is pretty shit-tastic. So I have another Patreon tier out there for the folks that still want to try to support some kind of way. So thank you for that. And also, oh dang, I got one more shout out. I want to give a shout out to Adams Shoes because they've reached out too, just checking in on me. So Adams Shoes, thank y'all. I appreciate y'all for checking in. I know we've been trying to work some things out. Thank you. But check them out. I wear their shoes every day.
I do too.
I wear their shoes every day when I never thought I would because I thought their shoes were too cool for me. I
never thought I would because they're too plain for me.
I thought they were too cool for me, but man,
plain. But I wear them.
I freaking love them. Go to antpruitt.com/Adams and check those out. And they offer affiliate links for me if y'all order something there, just to show us some support. So thank you, Adams, for that. Amazon Prime Day is coming up. If you want to do your Amazon shopping, go to antpruitt.com/Amazon. Your prices won't change any different, but we may get a couple pennies here and there of commission if you shop with that link. So there's a lot of ways to support the show and do whatever you want, man. But even if it just comes down to just hitting share, that helps too, because we want to grow this here show and get the sponsorships and all that good stuff. Queen Pruitt, anything you'd like to say before we go?
I got callbacks for a play coming at the end of the month.
All right. Okay.
Yes.
I need a celebration button on here. I don't have one. All I got is no, that don't play now.
It's okay. Yeah. That's that.
I'm happy for you. I am very happy for you for the callbacks. I've auditioned for a few things here and just hoping some stuff comes back. The auditions were voiceover stuff. So, because it's hard for me right now, it's been hard to go do the modeling because every single one of them want to shoot on the day that I'm supposed to be cleaning toilets. Like, really? Come on.
Wow.
Every single one.
Really? At the early part of the week.
Every single one of them. I'm like, come on, man.
And everything that I want to do is happening on the weekends.
On the weekend.
When I have to work. When I'm scrubbing on feet. You cleaning toilets, I'm scrubbing feet. And one of them is probably not they probably around the same sometimes.
I'm pretty sure of it. Now this weekend I will be shooting this weekend. There's 7-on-7. This is 7-on-7 season for the high schools around here. And so I'll be donning my Max Prep attire and heading over to the Santa Rosa Junior College because they're having a 7-on-7 tournament Saturday. I'm not going to stay there all day because it's probably going to be 200 degrees out there. But I'm going to get as many images of those kids that I can. And then there'll be more 7-on-7 in the coming weeks that I've got on my calendar. So, all right, folks, we're going to get out of here and go check out some Southern little letters on on the picture box.
Oh, the picture box, the big picture box.
Especially now she's yawning. Thank y'all again for everything. We love y'all. We appreciate all the support from you. And keep telling folks about the show. And we shall see y'all next time. Take care.
Good night.